Yeah, WSOP main event has a special, I don't know, the place, the energy is different than any other tournament. This year I felt the same. Like in the first day, like everybody was so happy playing that tournament. It's so nice, the feeling. And of course, when you reach the deep run, it's so special because it's possible to change your life forever. It's a lot of money. I was playing by myself. I didn't sell any action. I didn't swap anything. So of course, 8 million would change a lot of things, and it was amazing. I remember it was the moment I was leaving was very special. My family was there. I won a bracelet the same year. I was 4 tables left in the main event, so I was just really grateful.
And I mean, you actually go out in 28, which is a big pay jump between the two. Was it a cooler? Was it a spot where maybe you kind of level yourself to where, you know, it's like, oh, it's a pay jump. People are putting pressure on, because it's very interesting dynamics and the level, right? The amount of thinking on everything. How short are the other stacks? What's going on? Do you remember the hand? Was it just a cooler, or did you make a kind of play where you're like, wow, this guy might be taking advantage of this pay jump?
I was stalling a lot at this point because I knew, and another guy was stalling a lot in my table too because I was very short stack. I had 12 BBs. I mean, it's very short stack for the main event because the structure is so good.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it was a cooler. It was ace king against aces. I had nothing to do, but
shit.
Yeah.
100% Brazilian. It's pretty crazy that it was like that. But 868 entrants and you get second place. What was this like for you? And was this a big bankroll booster, or had you already had your roll online?
No, it was a very big bankroll booster for sure. Because the good thing is in Brazil at that time it was so easy to, like, live poker was so easy, but it was very nice. I was huge chip leader in the final table, and then I used to play really crazy at that time, and then I lost the heads up to a friend of mine. We used to play for the same team, by the way, and yeah, it was amazing result because I think I played just a few tournaments before this one, and then I just started my live career with a very good result. I was very crazy actually when I was 18, and then I busted my bankroll when I was 18, and then I went to a poker team, and the feeling was terrible because my family depends on me, and then I busted my bankroll. It was insane, and then I promised to myself that I would never feel that feeling again because it was so terrible. The good thing was to learn really early in my career and in my life. I was just 18, so okay, I had a lot of time to recover me. But nowadays, like I said, I discover that poker has a bigger variance than poker dope, and this site says. So I'm really tight with my bankroll. I have a group of friends that we study together and we swap some stuff, especially in the higher binds. But in general, I play by myself, and yeah, like I said, I have this group of friends called Nine Tails. A lot of known Brazilian players are part of this group, but it's basically a study group. We don't say a lot about internal deals, this kind of stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I sell this year in Vegas. I sold action to the 50K Players Championship. It was the first time I played this tournament, and then I sell for some tournaments, but not a lot. And in Brazil, we don't have a lot of opportunities. So I all the money I won in the past, I just was thinking about my future and saving money. It's different than, I don't know, living in Europe, let's say, that you can take shots, and if it goes wrong, you just work in anything you want, and you're gonna have a good life, not a good, like, enough to live. Like, you have a car, you have okay house. In Brazil, it's not like that. Especially for me, I don't have experience in anything else besides poker, so I don't know what I would do if I busted my bankroll. So when I busted for the first time, after this, I just was thinking about my future. And that's the reason I took so long to reach the high stakes, because I took part of my bankroll to save money for my future. So I just reached the really high stakes nowadays, 12 years later. Yeah, when I started, it wasn't something that I took very seriously. I like to study. I read about poker and then I play home games. But when I was 18, my parents, they didn't have a choice, because they were in a financial, how can I say in English? The next
Financial trouble or just a bit,
yeah.
yeah.
Financial trouble, and then they didn't have a choice at that time. And then, but when I start, my mother wants me to go to college until today. I don't know, they have this, the generation is different than ours, but nowadays they love poker. Like, my mother was happy with this because I was putting money in the house, but she wasn't not 100% happy. She just would like to see me going to university, because my sister is a doctor, and then my brother went to university, and I just started playing too young. And then because of this financial trouble, when we got out of this situation, I didn't have reasons to go to university anymore, because I was winning a lot of money playing poker.
So how much would you say people kind of come up to you and are recognized within the community of poker?
Yeah, a lot. It's insane. Like, Brazilians, they are so, I don't know what's the word, but
Passionate.
Yeah, it can be. Like, I was talking to Lena 900 in Vegas, and he said to me that Brazilians send messages to him, like they have him as a poker god. And I say it's true. If he goes to Brazil, he's going to be like, I don't know, he's going to stop every table to take pictures, this kind of stuff. So it's very common in Brazil.
Yeah.
And I think it's a Brazilian thing, because like in Vegas, guys, they recognize me, but they just talk to me like normally. Okay, he's just a guy that had success in poker. But in Brazil, it's different. They treat us like idols, legends. It's nice. I'm pretty happy. Like, we have no idea that this kind of stuff happens, because we just stay at home playing in my computer. I don't do this for the fame. I just do this because I really like it. But when your work is recognized, of course, it's a good thing.
What would you say to someone at home watching who maybe, has a bit of resources, but they're not really sure what to do, that they want to learn, they want to start studying, and they're overwhelmed? Where would you suggest someone to go, just to the general population that are watching right now?
All right. It depends on what level do you want to reach. If you want to be a professional, if you want just to be a recreational but profitable. For recreational that wants to be profitable, I would recommend Assassinato book called Exploitative Play in Live Poker. I think this book will give you a lot of simplified strategies, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be a winner in live poker if you know how to apply what he's saying in his book, because he did an amazing job. He basically, because when you are recreational and you don't have time to study, put time in the programs, so you want to have formulas to play poker. Okay, in this spot you do this, and that's exactly what he did in this book. So of course he doesn't cover all the spots, but he's going to give you an overall strategy for a lot of spots, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be a winner, at least in live poker, and low and maybe mid stakes. Mid stakes nowadays online are tough, but low stakes you're going to be a winner. So I would recommend this book. I know books nowadays, they are not very good, but this book specifically, I really like it. And for professionals, I think you have to simplify your strategies, even if you are using PO Solver. At least in the beginning of your career, it's better to use just one size in c-bet, something like this, and not try to put like 5 c-bet sizings, this kind of stuff, and try to understand the fundamentals of poker is essential. Like I said, when I start like understanding really well the GTO and the fundamentals, the basic fundamentals of poker, I played better even the mixed games. When I play WSOPs, mixed game WSOPs, I see a lot of mistakes because the guys, they just play with intuition and they don't know the basic fundamentals of poker. So I would say this, like, try to learn the fundamentals and simplify strategies.